Hello, I'm Mark Ridley. I'm Head of Distribution Solutions and the NDC X program here at Amadeus. And today I'm with Anthony Rader. He's the Director of Distributions and NDC at American Airlines. Hello, Anthony. Well, back in February, we made the announcement between Amadeus and American Airlines that your NDC content was going to be made available to our travel sellers through the travel platform. Tell me, what do you think that means for American Airlines, Amadeus, and of course, the great traveling public?
Yes, we're very excited about our partnership with Amadeus and the NDCX program that we're partnering on. And the new agreement really just sets the foundation for our continued joint efforts to modernize the travel distribution ecosystem. You know, American has been on a journey to improve the booking experience in all of our channels our customers choose to transact in. And for far too long, our customers who book through third parties have had to deal with, a disjointed buying experience. And so by having our NDC technology live through a technology partner with the scale of Amadeus is a big step forward in improving the customer experience. We're very excited to be working hand in hand closely with Amadeus on our roadmaps and new products. So that way, whenever American Airlines brings out that new elevated content to our customers, it's very soon available to travel sellers who use Amadeus.
Yeah, great. One of the exciting things for me and for us here at Amadeus is that American Airlines are really starting to bring differentiated content, not just the same old thing that you find in EDIFACT. One thing I'd like to ask about that, though, and it's a question that other people have asked me, is everyone's concerned about privacy nowadays. And when you talk about personalization to get personalized offers, maybe there are some concerns there. Do you find you really need to go down to the customer level to find out it's a specific person? Or is it just enough or good enough to find out a little bit more about their trip, what they're traveling for, and the type of journey it is?
Yeah, that's a great question. Privacy is very important to American Airlines, and customer trust is very important, especially customer trust in the shopping results and the experience. And so, offers that we have in market today are really built around personas. So, for example, I'm traveling for American Airlines Corporation. So customers should only be better off in the offers that they see if they do choose to shop with their loyalty number. But American's position is we'll, step into any sort of personalization thoughtfully, ensuring that our customers maintain that trust in the results. And more importantly, down the road, whenever customers are using their loyalty number to shop more and more, it allows the carrier and American Airlines to make sure we have the relevant offers to the customer. So you mentioned we just recently rolled out some new offers to our customers, most importantly, Main Plus and Corporate Experience, which we're very excited about. But Main Plus might not be the best product for an Executive Platinum traveling on American Airlines. So if we knew that Executive Platinum was shopping, we'd be able to replace that Main Plus product with maybe a more relevant offer for them. But again, we're going to start with the more persona, sort of offers to the corporate or group of travelers, and then we'll step into the more personalized offers thoughtfully.
Yes, it's all about bringing the right content to the right customer. I think it's because we start to see airlines doing that, especially with American Airlines now, bringing that content. We're seeing much more interest from the travel sellers themselves, from all the different segments, retail, online, corporate. Their interest is far higher because they can now get something that they couldn't get before. When we're talking about adoption, though, how's that really working out for you?
Yes, we've been on this journey for a long time, but we've seen a really steady increase in adoption over the last couple of years. And in 2020, we saw an inflection point, and we achieved our IATA leadership leaderboard goals. Channel mix did certainly come into play there, but we're very excited about how travel sellers have leaned in and started to adopt. But we believe, going forward, we're working with IATA and the other leaderboard airlines that sit on the IATA boards. And we sort of need to shift our focus. Volume was very important at a time, but going forward, it's really about what are we doing to enhance the value to our customers and really bring forward the functionalities and the APIs that are going to create that seamless experience.
Okay, I'd just like to tell you where we are on that very same kind of journey. We're starting to roll out to our travel sellers across the globe. We have some very ambitious plans in place, but very comprehensive. We're already live now in 21 markets, We continue through the next few months. We should have finished this global rollout by, let's say, the third quarter of this year. Probably very interesting for you is US and Canada are coming towards the end of May. I think with that in place, we can see some great adoption between us.
Absolutely. We're very excited about that.
Yeah, brilliant. So what kind of challenges do you see?
So kind of take a step back here with challenges.
Yeah,
sure. We talked a lot about NDC, and NDC is fantastic. It's modern technology. Of course, we have one order on the horizon a few years. Machine learning and AI technologies are coming into play. So really, I think a challenge for the industry is making sure we're maintaining that thriving recruiting pipeline. So as we step into more of these modern technologies, we're going to start, competing with a lot of the big tech firms for that engineering talent. And for us to succeed as an industry, we need to make sure that we have our best foot forward in showing that these top talent, the interesting problems and challenges that we have to solve as an industry, to get those engineers excited about coming into travel. And so I think that's something that we all should have a keen eye on. That's going to set us up for years and years and years of success in modernizing the travel industry. With Amadeus, you guys, one of the largest technology companies in the world, very important for the travel industry. How are you guys seeing your recruitment talent, or maybe your future plans that you'd like to embark on?
I think we're doing a similar thing to you in a way. One, I mean, because we're global, we can attract talent from different markets. So we're not confined to one market. But really what we're focusing on is providing, the best tools for those engineers and if possible, the most interesting challenges. As you said, we're right at the start now of the retail transformation of travel. So it's a very interesting challenge. And all of these engineers, I used to be an engineer, they like a challenge. So Absolutely. I think what we're doing is just making them interested, make them want to come and join us. So far, it seems to be working. So it's a good strategy. Any other kind of challenges you see going forward around NDC, distribution in general, maybe?
I don't see it as a challenge. I would just say it's on us, and working with Amadeus. Amadeus has been a great partner in terms of how we onboard agents, and doing the end-to-end integration is important. Providing those servicing capabilities to travel agents and trying to normalize the content and the experience to travel sellers. So as we move forward into the adoption phase, which is a very exciting phase to be entering into with Amadeus, it's important on us to make sure that we are holding true to that standard as much as possible and normalizing the experience from both a mid-office and a back-office experience for the Amadeus travel sellers as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we're focused on in our products is how the end-to-end flow works, especially for the corporate travel sellers. Quite often they've got a duty of care to their customers. They really have to know where those guys are. They need to be able to help them out just in case any hiccups along the way. So we've made a strong focus on that. So we have a really complete kind of suite of products. One thing I'm seeing, or one thing I've been thinking recently, is that we're at the start of this journey of retail transformation, let's call it. And we probably need to look around at some of the other industries which are out there. Look at the retail industry to see what they're doing. Are there any ideas that we can steal to see how they can apply to travel? Out in China, they're doing some weird and wacky things. Maybe it won't work here, but I think we need to look around. And it's not just on selling. I think if you look at the customer service point of view, like them or love them, somebody like Amazon, they've really focused on their customer service. You get a kind of no questions asked refund and return policy. And I think that's why people keep going back. They're not necessarily the cheapest, but it's the end-to-end service which can be offered. And I think NDC is going to be able to enable that in a lot better way.
Yep. Yeah, you're spot on, Mark. It seems like Amazon. A lot of people talk about Amazon, but I completely agree. Amazon's spent just as much time on the return experience of a product as they have on selling you the initial product, and so I think there is a lot to be learned there.
Okay, Anthony. So, what are you looking forward to in the future?
I think I'm most looking forward to is reconnecting with customers and partners. We've had several meetings here in person recently in our Skyview headquarters here in Dallas, Texas. Many of them with the Amadeus team, and I can't explain how much I miss the energy and the relationships you're able to build by not having to look through a computer screen. So I'm looking forward to reconnecting. But back to the NDC topic, that's what we're discussing largely today. I am looking forward to onboarding more agents and entering into this adoption phase with NDCX, with Amadeus. This is really going to be the scale that we need to get that elevated content into travel sellers' hands. And we're also interested in looking forward to introducing new and interesting and elevated content. We have several ancillary products that are being built right now, and we look forward to rolling those out in 2021 and 2022.
Yeah, great. I know that our development teams are working really closely together to make sure that once you get that great content, we can make it available to our travel sellers. I must say it's been great talking to you today. I think we've got basically a fantastic partnership between our two companies. I think it's going to be very successful for NDC and hopefully for everybody else.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mark.
All right. Thanks very much, Anthony.